Son, in this day, under this pandemic, at this hour, keep those who are safe and those who are ill to get safe and well, and those who are not ill to stay well and try at your best to follow the protocols or the laws and statistics and statuses that the government has set for us, like wearing our masks, cleaning our places. You know, this is why when we read the prophets' literature, especially in the Constitution, Act 7, it says all moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. So now we see how important water and a clean and pure mind is, because it will keep you on track doing the things that you need to be done. You see, man is spirit and a part of Allah, because he's made in his image and after his likeness. And once we understand that we are made after his likeness is love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. His likeness is love and mercy. His likeness is goodwill to men and peace on earth. We must begin to unify under an independent call to exert our right under the Moroccan Treaty as Moorish subjects. This is why we are known as the Moorish American Muslims. Our national is Moorish, our national is America, our international is Moorish, and our religious creed is Islam. Islam, which is a religion of monotheism. And in our religion, we don't deal with colors, Negro, colored, blacks, or Ethiopian. It's been so much done, and man has been so trickery with the writing and scribing of the Holy Word that we have to divide ourselves down deep into the rocky soils and desert plains to find those treasures within. And when we read, we must read from an understanding of research. And what do I mean read from an understanding of research? Everything you read, you must research it to find out whence it came, why was it written, and what is the purpose of it being written for. See, I can tell you the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America was written in a language that we, the Moors here in America, can understand, in conjunction with the Holy Quran of the East, of Muhammad. That's why the Prophet said to teach the teachings of Muhammad here in America. Because we are true Muslims. But we have been in America and we have taken on the imperial capitalist ideas instead of dealing with the social ideas. See, being a socialist don't mean that you want the government to have everything. Being a socialist means that everything is shared. People should be working. People should be living. There should be no homeless in the streets. All of these things can be eradicated if man lift up his heart and open up the windows of his eyes and let the precepts of truth seek deep within. Man will be able to see that he can do better. Am I your brother, man? Yes, I am. Am I your keeper? Surely I'm your keeper. Because without others, there could be no me, no you to survive in this country. In this God we trust, meaning these dollar bills, the dollar bill was created from the precious stones of our ancient forefathers' land from Africa, the Garden of Eden, of Mexico. And we have to stop saying that I'm black, I'm Negro, I'm colored, I'm ETC, I'm a child of God. We are all creations of the great God Allah. But when you read the Bible in Genesis, Genesis breaks down the national origin of each people. No, Abel, Cain, Ishmael, all of these nations, the Ishmaelites, they are what they call Arabs today. The Palestinians, the Moors, you can't find Palestinian nowhere in the human race. But everybody took on something different when the Tower of Babel fell and they lost their connection of unity of language. We know that the first language was hieroglyphics, which means drawing. And in Egypt, our brothers and sisters created this. Then we take the numbers. They stole that and called it Roman numbers. But hieroglyphics have been dealing with numbers from the 80s. We were one of the greatest empires ever known. We have to stop using jealousy, hate, and lust to push our issues and start using love to bring an eye to our issues. And when I say eye, I'm talking about an eyesight to the issues that they can be better understood. You know, everybody want to run the government, but the government can't run itself. But only love is going to make the government run right. Love, love, love. We have to deal with this enemy called love. Because if we don't, brothers and sisters, without love, there is no nation. In chapter 25, our holy prophet Noble Drew Ali tell us that ye are the children of one father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother has given ye suck. He said, lest the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. And when you separate in the world, remember the relation that bind of you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. If thy brother is in trouble, forsake him not. If thy sister is in trouble, assist her. So shall the fortunes of thy father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his honest care be continued to you all in your love to each other. Continue in your love to each other. Here in the Noble Drew Ali Foundation, as well as in the Moorish Science Temple of America, we don't practice racism. You know, they talk a lot about this Semitic. Most people are Semitic in origin. That's why in chapter 48 of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, created by our great prophet Noble Drew Ali, through his father God Allah, to redeem men from their sinful fallen states of humanity back to their highest plane of life with their father God Allah. That is a path That is a struggle. And we as men and women who are living life means to produce. And we're producing foods, clothes, everything that it takes to make a nation healthy, but we're still falling upon tragedies after tragedies after tragedies. Now, history tells me when I go back from a spiritual point of view, Sodom and Gomorrah, Hiroshima. Men love to quarrel, but men love not to love. It is better to love than to quarrel because quarreling solves no problem. Love alleviates problems. Soldiers get badges and stars and all this over this uniform to say I have killed others for no other reason than I was told so. But the poor woman that gives birth to the child and the father are embarrassed because of having a child. Ain't that backwards? It seems like the world should be elated because another human soul has been brought into the world with hopes that a change will come through this soul as it did through John and Jesus, or through Jesus and John, however you choose to put it. See, government. The first government began with Noah. Noah governed, he was the Lord and governor of all the planes of things made manifest when Allah ordered him to build the ark because he was getting ready to destroy the land because he didn't like the actions of his creation that he had made. They tore themselves away from Allah just to gratify their lower self. But when the wrath of Allah come, oh, not me, accept what's yours. You may get mercy. Now you want to talk about not accepting and getting mercy? Let's go to Lot. Before Allah destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he asked Lot to go tell the people I am and tell them to straighten out their ways before they are destroyed. They were drunk, funny, they ain't paid Lot no attention. Lot went to his family and asked him to pray. He went back to Allah to save the people, for they didn't understand the seriousness of the situation. Then he sent Nathan-El, Michael-El, and Jibril, known as Gabriel. He sent these angels to start marking the beginning of the end. And what did these people do? They saw the beauty of the angel and asked Lot, say, we want your gift. The next morning they arose and there were marks, red marks upon their door. And those marks signified who will be destroyed. Lot went back to Allah and Allah gave him a number. But he told him, he said, if you come out of there, do not look back. Keep going, for he or she look back will stay back. Now, what's the object of not looking back? Desire. Because if you leaving something and you don't like it no more, you don't look back and wonder how. Because the only thing you can be looking back and wonder how good it was to you or how bad it was to you. When you leave a thing, you leave it. You go straight. You don't look back. I know when I came out of Petersburg in 2004 and I decided I was going to get a Holy Prophet, no, but you Ali, a true try. When I walked out of Petersburg, they was hollering, see you later, COOLEY-EL. I never answered. I never looked back because I knew I never was going back because that's not where I should be. I should be out here where I am needed by my family and my nation. I didn't set this up just to talk. I set this up so people can see that there are places they can go to open up the windows of their heart and let the precepts of truth seek out. I let them know that there are ministers and sheiks that they can go to and speak with concerning their condition, whether it be socioeconomically, sexually, spiritually, mentally, etc. Because that's the job the prophet gave to us, to reach out our hand to our brother man to know that all is well. Because in friendship do we find the order of the link of Allah. And don't forget, people talk about mystics. Every nation has an order, and that order comes in through some form of destruction. And here we are now with the COVID pandemic. What's the order coming behind that? Think, my brothers and sisters. It attacks the lungs, the breathing apparatus. So they have found a way to shut you down. I was just praying and in thought because I take time out to think about the things that's needed and the things that are not needed. And one of the things that are not needed, the morals to be divided. When we are together, we are strong, we fight harder. And Malcolm said, by any means necessary. And I'm saying, by any means necessary. One of the greatest means is learning to love. You got to learn to love yourself and love your brother, man, and sister before you can love a stranger at your door. See, because your brother, that stranger, that Caucasian, that European, that one who lost his hue, he's angry. And everything he took to use to destroy the greater Mexico, the land of Allah, because they want to see God. So they raise men up as popes, bishops. And this is their God man on earth. This is the man they bow down to. I put no partners with my Father God Allah. He has no partners. Men are taught the lessons of life to help those who have yet able to catch on to how to utilize the lessons of life. Once again, we're back living life, a circle. Time never was when man was not. For if life were time would ever begin, a time would come when it would end. And the thoughts of Allah cannot be circumscribed. So no one can tell you there was a time when man wasn't upon the earth. Man has always been because he's a creation of Allah. Man will always be he that had faith in his Father, God, Allah. Because if he has faith, he knows that Allah is God and knows Quran is his last prophet in these days and these times. So nationality, my brothers and sisters, is the order of the day. And in that nationality, love is the way. Love is the way. If we're not on the path of love, then our souls are surely not in this place. So with that, I say peace, Islam. Yeah. You have a you got company? Huh? Oh, you on the phone.